Whoopi Goldberg made a mistake on The View, and it was a guest who corrected her on it. This week, Whoopi served as the moderator on the popular daily talk show, as she always does, but she messed up when she was introducing a guest to the show, and it made her look really bad. Here is what happened and how the guest responded to the moment. Whoopi Goldberg messes up a guest's name on The View. Whoopi Goldberg just launched the all-women's sports network, AWSN. This week on The View, she brought out a guest that is known for her prowess on the basketball court. The fact that Whoopi launched the AWSN and then messed up her guest's name couldn't go unnoticed. Whoopi called out Diana Taurasi as a guest on The View this week. However, when she introduced her to the panel and fans at home, Whoopi called her Diana Taurasi. All her co-hosts immediately corrected Whoopi on the mistake. Sarah Haynes was especially loud about making the correction. Whoopi finally submitted and allowed Sarah Haynes to call out Diana instead. However, what made the moment even better was when Diana came out and sat with the women. After saying hi to everyone, Whoopi welcomed her to the table and Diana looked over. She then said, "Thank you, Whoopi." It caused everyone to laugh and Diana said she was just kidding. Whoopi said it was all good, and Diana agreed with the sentiment. Who is Diana Taurasi on The View? The fact that Whoopi Goldberg helped launch the all-women's sports network, AWSN, makes this mispronunciation interesting. When hosts of major talk shows have a guest on, they often have a pronunciation guide for certain names, and Diana Taurasi is someone who is notable enough in the women's sports world to deserve that respect. Diana Taurasi played in the Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA, for 20 seasons. Before this, she played for the mighty University of Connecticut, UConn, women's basketball team in college. In the pros, she won the Diana clearly deserves some respect put on her name. She was on The View to talk about her recent retirement. Taurasi, 42, was nicknamed the White Mamba by none other than Kobe Bryant. His nickname was the Black Mamba. She will be a first-ballot Hall of Fame inductee when the time comes. Whoopi Goldberg does have dyslexia, so there is always a chance that she was reading it wrong off the teleprompter. However, there seemed to be no hard feelings between the women after the flub. What are your thoughts on Whoopi Goldberg's flub and Diana Taurasi's response? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This week on The View, Whoopi Goldberg, the show's longtime moderator and co-host, found herself in an awkward situation when she mispronounced the name of a high-profile guest during the introduction. The guest, Diana Taurasi, a legendary figure in women's basketball, handled the moment with humor and grace, turning what could have been an embarrassing flub into a light-hearted and memorable exchange. The incident not only highlighted the importance of getting names right, but also showcased the camaraderie and quick wit of both Goldberg and Taurasi. The setup: Whoopi Goldberg's role on The View and the all-women's sports network. Whoopi Goldberg is no stranger to the spotlight. As one of the most recognizable faces in entertainment, she has been a staple on The View for years, serving as the show's moderator and guiding the panel through discussions on everything from politics to pop culture. Known for her candidness and sharp sense of humor, Goldberg has become a beloved figure on the show, often using her platform to advocate for important causes. Recently, Goldberg made headlines for her involvement in launching the all-women's sports network, AWSN, a platform dedicated to celebrating and promoting women's sports. Given her commitment to elevating female athletes, it was fitting that she invited Diana Taurasi, one of the most accomplished basketball players in history, to appear on The View. However, the introduction didn't go as smoothly as planned. The flub: mispronouncing Diana Taurasi's name. As the segment began, Goldberg introduced her guest to the panel and the audience at home. However, instead of correctly pronouncing Diana Taurasi's name, Goldberg mistakenly called her Diana Taurasi. The error was immediately noticeable, and her co-hosts were quick to jump in with corrections. Sarah Haynes, in particular, was vocal about the mistake, emphasizing the correct pronunciation of Taurasi's name. Goldberg, known for her ability to laugh at herself, acknowledged the slip-up and allowed Haynes to take over the introduction. The moment could have ended there, But what happened next turned the situation into a memorable highlight of the episode. When Diana Taurasi joined the panel, she greeted everyone warmly and took her seat. As Goldberg welcomed her to the table, Taurasi seized the opportunity to playfully poke fun at the earlier misgrin. She said, "Thank you. Whoopi." The remark elicited laughter from the entire panel and the audience, diffusing any potential awkwardness. Taurasi quickly clarified that she was just kidding, and Goldberg, ever the good sport, laughed along with her. The exchange showcased Taurasi's quick wit and ability to handle the situation with humor and grace. It also highlighted the rapport between the two women, as Goldberg appreciated the lighthearted jab and moved on without missing a beat. Who is Diana Taurasi? For those unfamiliar with Diana Taurasi, her appearance on The View was a chance to shine a spotlight on one of the most decorated athletes in women's basketball history. Taurasi, often referred to as the White Mamba, a nickname given to her by the late Kobe Bryant, who was known as the Black Mamba, has had a storied career that spans 2 decades in the Women's National Basketball Association (WNBA). Before her professional career, Taurasi was a standout player for the University of Connecticut (UConn) women's basketball team, where she helped lead the team to multiple NCAA championships. In the WNBA, she became a 3-time champion, a 10-time All-Star, and the league's all-time leading scorer. Her contributions to the sport have cemented her status as a first-ballot Hall of Famer, and she is widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, regardless of gender. Taurasi's appearance on The View was particularly significant because it coincided with her recent retirement announcement. At 42 years old, she has decided to step away from the game, leaving behind a legacy that will inspire future generations of athletes. Her presence on the show was an opportunity to reflect on her incredible career and discuss her plans for the future. The importance of getting names right. While the moment between Goldberg and Taurasi was handled with humor and grace, it also underscored the importance of correctly pronouncing someone's name, especially when that person is a guest on a major television show. Names are an integral part of a person's identity, and mispronouncing them can come across as disrespectful or dismissive. In the case of Diana Taurasi, her name carries significant weight in the world of sports. As a trailblazer for women's basketball, she has earned the respect and admiration of fans, peers, and commentators alike. For Goldberg, who has been a vocal advocate for women's sports through her work with the AWSN, the mispronunciation was an unfortunate slip that could have been avoided with a bit more preparation. It's worth noting that Goldberg has been open about her struggles with dyslexia, a learning disorder that can make reading and processing written information challenging. It's possible that the mispronunciation was a result of her reading the name incorrectly off the teleprompter. Regardless of the reason, the incident serves as a reminder of the importance of taking the time to get names right, particularly when honoring someone's achievements and contributions. The aftermath: no hard feelings. Despite the initial flub, there were no hard feelings between Goldberg and Taurasi. The playful exchange between the two women demonstrated their mutual respect and ability to laugh at themselves. Goldberg's willingness to acknowledge her mistake and Taurasi's good-natured response turned what could have been an awkward moment into a highlight of the episode. The incident also resonated with viewers, many of whom took to social media to share their thoughts. Some praised Taurasi for her quick wit and ability to handle the situation with humor, while others commended Goldberg for her humility and willingness to laugh at herself. The overall consensus was that the moment was a testament to the power of grace and humor in diffusing potentially uncomfortable situations. Broader implications: representation and respect in media. The incident on The View also raises broader questions about representation and respect in media. As a platform that reaches millions of viewers, The View has a responsibility to ensure that its guests are treated with dignity and respect. This includes taking the time to correctly pronounce their names and acknowledge their accomplishments. For women in sports, who often struggle to receive the same level of recognition as their male counterparts, moments like these are particularly significant. Diana Taurasi's appearance on The View was an opportunity to celebrate her achievements and highlight the importance of women's sports. While the mispronunciation was a minor hiccup, it also served as a reminder of the work that still needs to be done to ensure that female athletes receive the respect and recognition they deserve. Conclusion: a moment to remember. In the end, Whoopi Goldberg's mispronunciation of Diana Taurasi's name on The View became a memorable moment for all the right reasons.